Foodies and Spice. Geena dey for kitchen, water done dey for fire. Oh boy, to see them done dey for pots, they boy together. My belly done the sweet plus everybody get together. Foodies and Spice. Foodies and Spice. Foodies and Spice. Foodies and Spice.
Welcome to another wonderful episode of Foodies and Spice. My name is Geena, and today on the show we are making another amazing recipe. This one you know because you make it in your house every Sunday. But what makes it special today is because I'm adding the name Buka Stew. Yes, I'm making Buka Stew today with all the wonderful things that makes a Buka Stew. Anyway, I'm also going to be showing you our mocktail recipe, which is very easy. And it will blow your mind because you wouldn't have thought that pairing these two things together will give you such an amazing drink. I am making Malta Guinness Malt Espresso. Yeah, you will love it. Trust me, you will love it. And it's going to be going with a sandwich. So first things first, let's make the Buka Stew. I hope you have called your friends, family, and everybody because right now I'm calling the ingredients for my Buka Stew and probably the other things we are making. For the Buka Stew, I've got meat, beef, shaki, eggs, tomatoes, tatashe, pepper, onions, garlic, ginger, seasoning, curry powder, thyme, and any other thing I'll be adding, I'll let you know. Add the meat to the pot. I have my beef and the shaki. That's the tripe. Then the fowl, roundabout. Some onions, salt, seasoning, ginger, garlic, thyme. Turn the cooker on. Stir to incorporate properly. Then cover it. Allow it to cook, bring out its own water. If it doesn't cook through, by the time it exhausts that water, you add more. Or in between, you just add more for it to cook through. So the next thing I'll be doing is blend my tomatoes, pepper, onions. So I have my tomatoes in here. You don't need to add water, so that means your tomatoes will cook on time. I'll add some pepper now and the tatashe or bell peppers. Right, so I need to reduce this so I can add the onions. So I have about 7 cloves of garlic in here, some more tatashe. I have 3 medium bulbs of onions and we blend. This is fine. I'll start frying the stew now while the meat is still cooking. I'm going to add some oil, vegetable oil to be precise, some salt to season it, some onions, I'll add the tomatoes, pepper, onions, and bell pepper. All right, so the tomato paste, stir in, cover. Tomato paste or tomato mix does not take more than 4 minutes to actually cook. So, but if you add it alongside fresh tomatoes, it will take longer time to cook because the fresh one needs to eliminate or dry up that water and also eliminate that tomato taste. At this point, I'm going to be adding the pomo to cook alongside. The reason I didn't add it the first time is because it's a bit soft, so it will cook alongside the meat now. If you're a coffee lover, you will certainly love my Malta Guinness Malt Espresso. Now, To pair this malt espresso, I'm quickly making a breakfast sandwich. Now for this sandwich, I'm using chicken breast. You can use meat or any meat you like. I'm going to add a little bit of salt, a little bit of curry powder, a little bit of seasoning, a clove of garlic, a little bit of onions too, tiny ginger, some pepper, that's white pepper, and a little bit of butter. This is just to keep it moist. I'm going to cover that and blend it with my chopper. Okay, so this is fine. I'll start making the patty now. So I have my burger press here. I'm just going to add a little bit of oil. That was too much. I'll reduce it. I'll grease it. I'll grease the top too and all the sides. Now another thing you can do is to buy parchment papers like this. This one came with the press. So when it finishes, I have to cut parchment papers like this and you place them in. This way, the meat can easily slide out from the press. I'm going to add a portion in here and even it out. All right, so now that I have my beautiful chicken patties, I'm going to start cooking them.
No matter how you celebrate, spread the goodness with Malta Guinness.
So the stew is ready. I'm going to add the meat and the stock now. Now, I have a group of people who like to fry meat or air fry meat. It's okay. You can do whatever you want. But for me, I am not frying this. The meat is actually juicier like this. So I will not be frying or air frying it. So it goes in. I'm boiling egg here. Once the egg is ready, I'll add to the stew. Cover it, allow it cook. Like cook very well. The meat will absorb all that tomato taste. The tomato is taking in the meat stock. Just allow it rest on low heat. I'll add the egg later. For now, let's make the patties. Oh no, we are done making the patties. Let's cook the patties. I'm using a non-stick pan. I've added too much oil. Just a little bit of oil, not so much. And then it's going to take one chicken patty at a time. So I remove one of that and I slide this under it. And so I can now slide the top out. So sometimes it's safer to use your parchment paper. I'm going to allow that side cook for about 2-3 minutes before I slide the other side to cook. Just the way that we have made the meat or chicken patties, you can also make patties with vegetable. For example, carrots. So I'm going to be adding some carrots to this food processor. Then process it. And just like we did for the meat, that's the chicken, we'll do the same for the carrot. For vegetable patties, carrot is not the only thing you can use. You can also do it with potatoes, cocoyam, any vegetable you want. You can add spring onions if you want. You can do it with cabbage. Alright, so it's actually not as easy to handle vegetable patties like you can handle meat, right? Meat will stick together. So, but with vegetable patties, you have to be very careful. Probably bind them with flour or oats or something that will bind very well. What I have in the studio today is corn flour. It's not binding so well, but I'm being very careful. So, I'm being very careful so that I can have a round patty. And of course, you can see I have this round carrot vegetable patty or carrot patty for the burger. You can use it for your burger if you are not eating meat. Yeah, or you can combine all together, the meats and the carrots together. I'm going to be adding some egg into my stew now. The stew is ready. Now this completes it, Buka Stew. You can decide to add some fish, some fried fish, roasted fish, anyhow you want it, but this is a beautiful looking stew. You make this in batches, you put in your fridge or freezer, and it can last you for a week or two, depending on how many you guys are in your family. So I'll allow that cook for just about 1 minute for that egg to soak up the stew, and that's fine. To make the sauce, I'll be using the salad dressing with mustard. Then I'll pair it with some sweet chili sauce. You can just eyeball it. You combine, then set aside. I'll bring the bread now, and I'll gently open that up. I'll warm it in the frying pan. A little bit of butter or margarine to warm up the bread. The dressing on top of the bread. Now, if you're a vegetarian, you don't want to eat meat, you can add your carrot patty. Your vegetable burger will be ready. You can add that dressing on top again. And your lettuce. Then the chicken. Then you cover this. Now this is a beautiful vegetable patty. Boom. This is a very beautiful vegetable and chicken burger. It's lovely. But before we eat it, we have to make our mocktail that we'll be using to eat this burger. Like I said, this is a breakfast recipe. And our mocktail today, you can either use as a breakfast on the go kind of drink, or you can use it as a mocktail. It's called the Malta Guinness Malt Espresso. Hi guys, welcome to Banter and Bites. My name is Geena, and today on the show I've got Jody Great.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. It's so good to see you today.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, so it's 2025. How was your 2024?
2024 was beautiful. It started ordinary, honestly.
Yeah.
And I thought it would end ordinary. Then all of a sudden, at some point, the year just started moving, and it became a beautiful year. A year of it gave me a year that gave me a lot of hope, and you know what? You can do it. You are going somewhere. You know how sometimes you're moving, then you just play two. So that's what happened at the initial part of 2024 for me. Then later on, things started moving, and it gave me that, like, you can do it. You can be where you want to be, and that's how 2024 ended for me. It ended with a lot of you are going somewhere. So start working.
Yeah, that's so good to hear. So shall we cheers to that? Let's cheers to that hope at 2024 brought. The hope that 2024 brought. Malta Guinness.
Yeah.
Great. So for you, is it gratitude or goals?
Do I have to choose? Because it's a mix for me.
Okay.
Because it's like a stairway upwards. Goals, I'm achieving them in bits. I don't see myself like someone has achieved so much, huge. But each step I progress, I feel so much gratitude.
Yeah.
Because for a while it felt like, you're not going anywhere anymore.
Yeah.
But when I started moving gradually, every step began to count.
Yeah.
And so it's the mix. It's a mix for me.
So it's a mix of gratitude and
Gratitude,
goals.
goals.
So while we are thanking and we are counting our blessings from 2024,
Yes.
for 2025 is about leveling up.
Yes, keep building on what.
It's about focus.
Yes.
For you. Sometimes I think because we always look at maybe what other people are doing, then you begin to compare yourself. This is not the year to compare.
Comparison
at
is
all.
not.
This is the year to be
the thief of joy.
better.
Yes.
To be better.
To be you.
Yes, to be you. You have written your vision board. Okay, you are like me. You did not write any vision board. Okay, but wake up every day.
Yes.
As a fighter.
And show up.
Just wake up every day as a fighter. Thank you so much for joining my podcast.
Thank you for
today.
having me.
And let me know, guys, is it goals for you or gratitude? Do you want to, keep looking back at your 2024 and, reminiscing on how it went? It went so good, it didn't go so good, the economy, or it's about goals for you, what next you want to achieve? Are you writing those vision boards, or are you like me, just waking up and moving? You don't want vision board pressure, whatever. Just let us know in the comment section. Thanks for joining, and thank you, Jodie, for coming.
Thank you for having me, and cheers again.
Cheers again. To make my malt espresso, I'm going to add 4 teaspoons of coffee. I'm using the calf into this cup. I'll add 4 teaspoons of sugar, 4 teaspoons of warm water. I'm going to use an immersion blender. All right, so my whipped coffee is ready now. Then serve the malt espresso. That's just to decorate our glass. I'll be adding Malta Guinness to the glass cup. I'll add some ice. A dollop of the coffee. And some milk. Our malt espresso is ready. Guys, I am completely impressed with this malt espresso. But may not be like how they blow my own trumpet too much. I have a guest here. Jodie Great is with me. All right, so I would like you to just take a sip of this thing, like mix, take a sip and tell me what you think, because you were not here when I was making it.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, so just mix, sip and let me know what you think.
Anticipating.
Now sip I talk.
Of course, it's lovely, it's refreshing, especially on a hot day.
This is absolutely amazing. I love it. After this glass, I'm sure I'll go for another glass. It's good. And Malta Guinness kind of elevated the taste. It's really
Lovely.
nice. I also made a quick breakfast sandwich to go with this. I'd like you to take a bite. Take anyone you prefer.
take the one closest to me.
All right.
All right.
So take a bite and a full bite from the top down.
Wow.
And let's see.
This is not your regular burger.
It can't be regular, it's food and spice. All right, let me start explaining. So, of course, we have bread. I have a layer of chicken patties that I made from scratch. I also have lettuce.
Yes.
Then a layer of carrot patties that we made from scratch.
Wow. So
Yeah,
that
the
last
dressing.
layer,
The orange color layer
is
the carrot.
Okay.
Yeah.
It feels like it has a, pardon me, it
Yeah.
just feels like it's from the bean family. Like legume family, like
Legume
some
family.
sort of beans or something in
Yeah,
it.
so but actually
Is it
beans or soya beans can be used to make patties like this. Now these patties, I made it for those who do not like meat
Okay.
and they want like a vegetarian burger. So I just use this carrot to show that you can make various vegetarian burgers with your vegetables like this. So but if you like meat, you can add meat. That's why I have the chicken as well.
It's lovely.
But it's very nice. I also made Buka Stew. But this Buka Stew, I didn't make rice alongside of maybe okra. And I was just thinking to ask, take one bread.
Thank you.
Let's just dig in so that you can tell me what you think about the taste of
Okay.
this stew. I just realized I've never had bread and stew in the studio. This is the first time.
What was I expecting? Of course.
Love it, guys. So guys, after making this Buka Stew, whatever you want to eat with it, you can use rice, you can mix it with okra, yam, whatever, pasta. You can use bread. I'm using bread today.
Lovely. Lovely.
All right, from Malta Guinness, so that it's good you came
Do my ladylike dance.
Abby, good you came today. All right, so I've got some malt drinks in here for you to try out. Your own
And it
malt
comes with a
espresso.
flask.
Yes.
Oh
A
my,
beautiful
beautiful
flask.
Oh.
There are some other things like notebooks in there
wow.
and pen. Yeah, so you can enjoy your own malt espresso. Just get coffee and make lots of malt espresso.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Oh.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Everything I did is easy. The only thing that is hard small is gathering that vegetable patty. But you can use, like I said, if you use flour or you use oats, it will gather more because I used corn flour. So that's why it didn't gather as much, but at least it still came out really good. You just have to be careful when doing it. Bind it with egg and you will have a beautiful patty if you don't want to eat meat. But if you want to eat meat, you can add meat to it as well and have this amazing burger that we just did here. If you miss anything, please catch up on Facebook Foodies and Spice, YouTube Foodies and Spice, Geena Foodies and Spice on Instagram, TikTok Foodies and Spice, and Geena More on X. I love you all so much and thank you so much, Jody, for coming.
Thank you.
Try these recipes out and tag me.